by PIPER HUDSPETH BLACKBURNLOUISVILLE. Key. On the one-year anniversary of Breonna Taylor's death, the slain black woman's family continued their call for justice as hundreds of demonstrators gathered in downtown Louisville on Saturday. "Eyes are on Louisville, Kentucky, today, so let's show America what community looks like," said Taylor's aunt, Bianca Austin, who wore her niece's emergency medical technician jacket. Austin spoke from a stage set up in Jefferson Square Park, which became an impromptu hub for protesters during months of demonstrations last summer. Flanked by two hand-painted murals of Taylor, activists repeated calls to charge the police officers who killed the black woman during a raid at her apartment. The crowd shouted Taylor's name and "No justice, no peace" as they gathered near an outdoor memorial that includes a mural, posters, artwork and other mementos honoring Taylor's life. Some organizers gave away food during the speeches. Taylor's family then led the protesters on an afternoon march past City Hall. In a tweet Saturday, President Joe Biden called Taylor's death a tragedy, a blow to her family, her community, and America. "As we continue to mourn her, we must press ahead to pass meaningful police reform in Congress. I remain committed to signing a landmark reform bill into law," he wrote. The rally came a day after Kenneth Walker, Taylor's boyfriend, filed a federal lawsuit against the Louisville Metro Police Department, alleging his constitutional rights were violated during last year's botched raid, news outlets reported. Walker last year filed an ongoing state lawsuit against the city and police, saying he was the victim of assault, battery, false arrest and malicious prosecution. Taylor's front door was breached by Louisville officers as part of a drug raid in the early morning hours of March 13, 2020. Walker fired his gun once, saying later that he feared an intruder was entering the apartment. One officer was struck, and he and two other officers fired 32 shots into the apartment, striking Taylor 5 times. Taylor's death initially flew under the media radar, as the COVID-19 crisis shut down society, but George Floyd's death in Minnesota and the release of a chilling 911 call from Walker in late May sparked interest in the case. A grand jury indicted one officer on wanton endangerment charges in September for shooting into a neighbor's apartment, but no officers were charged in connection with Taylor's death. Police had a no-knock warrant but said they knocked and announced their presence before entering Taylor's apartment, a claim some witnesses have disputed. No drugs were found in Taylor's apartment. A Kentucky judge last week signed an order permanently closing a criminal case against Walker for firing at the officer. Walker referenced the closure of the case against him during Saturday's rally. "I gotta say that's a nice start, but that's not where we finish," Walker said. "We've got to keep going.